Welcome to Interesting Enough. He's Trey Samuel. I'm Nolan Todd. Of course, if this is your first time joining us, like, subscribe. Thank you for listening to the pod. We got a special podcast for you amid some technical difficulties. Music pod, man. We've been talking about doing this for a while. This is the third installment. Obviously, go ahead and reference the other two. We'll be referencing some of that tonight. But want to introduce our guests. Obviously, you guys know Trey, but our recurring guests here, first things first, Hakeem Douglas in the building, my guy. What's going on?
What is going on? It is good to be back. Let's just get to the action. Too much talking, not enough vibing. Let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll see if you walk back some statements today. And then our second guest, we got my boy Jimmy Humphrey in the building. Jimmy, what's going on?
Not much, man. Chilling, man. Let's talk about this business. Let's talk about it.
Okay, absolutely. Let's get right to it, Trey. I know we were talking about some stuff before we got on the pod. I know you had a topic you wanted to introduce everybody to, so go ahead with it. What's up, Interesting Enough family? Nolan here, and I just wanted to take a moment to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for tuning into us every single week as we give you the best content possible. However, I do have to ask you for one more thing. Come be a part of our family, and not just the Interesting Enough family, the Anchor family, and record a podcast yourself. It's so easy to do. Let me explain. First off, it's completely free. They have creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or phone. As a matter of fact, I'm doing it right now. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. That's right. Real money. Real money. It's everything you need to make a podcast, and it's all in one place. All you got to do is just download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, yeah, so basically, cut it short, the topic really is why do some artists or some people in general talk bad about hip-hop and rap music. And I'm going to give out two quotes. I'm going to summarize them, make it quicker. But Miley Cyrus, and basically in her quote, she just said that rap music is just about Lamborghinis, money and women and sexual acts, and she said that she can't go along with that anymore. It's insensitive.
And these weren't these. How long ago were these?
This is in 2017, so this is about four to 5 years ago. And then around that same time, Post Malone, when he was first coming up in November 2017, he had similar comments, and his comments were in regards to I'll just read his. He says, "If you're looking for lyrics, if you're looking to cry, if you're looking to think about life, don't listen to hip hop." He said. There's great hip-hop songs where they talk about life and they spit that real stuff. But right now, there's not a lot of people talking about that. So, I mean, both artists, really profited off the rap game. Miley Cyrus, with Mike Will Made It, that really pushed her into the hip-hop subgenre in like 2013. And Post Malone, with White Iverson, that was a rap song. And that was his first song that blew up and made him, a pretty well-known artist. So with that being said, I wanted to ask, our special guest today, why do you think certain artists really talk bad about the rap game? And particularly, these artists, they are a part of the rap game where they were at least one point, and now they kind of talking down on it. Why do you think that's the case?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'll kick it to Jimmy first, man. I'll get you the first crack at it.
Well, I can most definitely say, I mean, if you look at Miley Cyrus and you look at Post, like their careers came from hip hop. I mean, you look at a song like Party in USA, which basically blew up Miley Cyrus's career. You look at the beat, that's a hip hop beat, you know what I mean? And you look at, Post Malone, White Iverson before he blew up. I mean, to become the guy he is right now, I mean, it's hip hop. So I mean, I honestly could care less about what they think. And I can agree to it to an extent. I mean, I know hip hop does give off that vibe where, certain artists only talk about, guns, violence, the bees and the drugs. But I mean, I can definitely say like hip hop has helped shape their career, and they just, they changed up, they switched up. I mean, people take hit from hip hop to culture, and then they put a twist on and they do what they want to do. So,
but do you think they have a good point?
I feel like it's valid, but I don't care. I mean, Miley Cyrus, what are you doing? And Posty, I mean, I respect him. He's a talented person. He's a talented artist. But, I mean, everybody got their opinion, man. I just would definitely say shout out to Post Malone. He earned my respect a long time ago. He's very talented, and I feel like for him to reach the height that he's reached, he had to switch it up. You know, he's way bigger than hip hop. His him being an artist, he could switch up his flow. He could take it to the rock world. He could take it to pop. So I'm fucking with him.
Yeah, man, Hakeem, I'll throw it to you.
I don't. So first thing first, I don't think it's fair to say that for Miley Cyrus, that hip hop blew her up. She was pretty big prior to the hip hop. She had she was a Disney star first.
God.
So like, let's get that.
We talking about music, man. You talking about Disney Channel?
It's a music.
Oh God,
this is Hannah Montana, bro.
And hold on. Well, maybe I should have paraphrased it though. He's right.
Oh my God.
Well, I didn't mean like blew her up as an artist. I mean it brought her into.
It brought her to the hip hop fold,
room.
yes, but blow her up. Like once you're a Disney star, you're getting views that you don't even know about, bro. Like it's crazy.
We're talking about music, fam. What you talking about?
Is it you're talking about music? Or you talking about hip hop? There's two different. There's plenty of music.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Popularity in general, I think, can span across. I mean, I think we can both say it doesn't matter if you're an athlete, an artist, a rapper, a movie star. If you're popular, you're popular, right? So like we may know your name regardless. Now coming into the rap game or coming into hip hop in general is separate, but I do think she has popularity in general coming before she even made or attempted to make any hip hop song. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So I agree with that. And to jump off that, yeah, when she started like making music with Michael Madick and wearing Jordans and all that other stuff, yeah, I think she was trying to reach another crowd, and she benefited from you doing that likeness. And I think that if you're going to benefit from it, you can't like come in and come out. Like a lot of artists, not even just Miley Cyrus or Post Malone, but a lot of artists do that. Like they come in with hip hop, or they like to dip their toe in hip hop to try to reach a larger audience, and then they try to take the good from hip hop, and then to just when it's bad, they don't want to touch it at all.
Yeah, the culture vultures, I guess. I mean,
yeah, 100% the culture vultures. Like you see it on like Ryan McLemore, you saw it with Lil Dicky, you see it with like a lot of artists. I don't want to put who's the boy that got the song with the Miami Heat player, Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No. Hold on. I'm gonna give Jack his respect because Jack been rapping for a while and he never actually tried to change up. Like it's always been hip hop with him.
That's what I said. I don't want to say his name yet. I don't want to say his name yet. But I just
would we call Post Malone a culture vulture though?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, because is a culture vulture considered somebody that takes from the culture and then just leaves, or because if you take it from the culture and you never left?
I don't think he's a culture person, but you ain't got to talk down on the culture if you benefit off of it.
I think it like Post Malone was a little hybrid because he really does like he doesn't even have like a style. I can't pinpoint him. I can't say he's a hip hop artist or a rock artist or a country artist. He really just kind of like he just makes music. So I don't know. Like Post Malone's a little bit weirder to me, but
can all the other guys say that though?
But I could say he has benefited from like biting hip hop style. So like now he has he has tattoos on his face. Like it's like you're benefiting from hip hop, and then you're kind of like so yeah. I think he teeters the line. I don't want to give it to him yet, but I do think he teeters the line of being a culture vulture.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really hard. I don't know how you felt about it, Trey, but I think it would be really hard to differentiate people that are like, taken from the culture and then not taken from the culture. And we can say a lot of people are just making music. I can put that excuse for a lot of people that have taken from the culture. So like, what's the difference? I guess, if we're saying Post Malone or whatever.
I wouldn't say he's taken from the culture, but my own opinion is like, why would you talk down on it when you benefited from it? And it's not like somebody put you in a box or label you as a rapper. You came out with a rap song that kind of puts you on the map. And then, I mean, the next song after that, his next big song, he had Quavo on and he was still rapping to a degree. So, I mean, it's just kind of, it's like, okay, you benefited from the game, but then once you didn't need it anymore, then you talk bad about it. I just thought that was kind of out of place. And to his credit and to Miley Cyrus' credit, too, they both walked these comments back at later dates and said that they regretted it and that they could have, phrased it differently. So I think even they themselves could admit, we probably got a little ahead of ourselves with those comments.
And here's the thing. then we can go into the reason or why are they walking those comments back, right? You know, you don't want to be disowned from a culture that was, I guess, at a certain point making you a lot of money and getting you a lot of more popularity, right? So, I mean, I just think it's something interesting we look at. I mean, I think that we're sometimes quick to call people culture vultures when maybe they are, maybe they're not. We just don't really know their true intentions. So I think that's what I would say of that. But I mean, look, man, going forward, I mean, obviously we got a lot we want to get into. I think that's definitely something that we'll probably keep in mind when we do a lot of these music pods with a lot of artists we talk about going forward. But since we got both the guests here, since the last time we've talked about Kanye, we've talked about Drake. We've had some time, right, from Certified Lover Boy. We've had some time from Donda releasing. Both of these are extremely long albums, and we've probably had enough time to listen to it multiple times. So I wanted to get your guys' overall reaction to both, and heck, man, we can just compare them if you think one is better than the other. And I know I'll kick it to Hakeem first, and then Jimmy, and then we'll follow up.
Yeah, I got a hot take for everyone. If you've talked to me before, you know how I feel about it. But I honestly didn't expect this from me. Like I'm gonna say it first. I didn't expect this from me, but I gotta give it to Donda, man. I gotta give it to Donda. I think Kanye.
Okay.
Kanye did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
I think the time he was like, he trapped himself in the Mercedes-Benz arena or stadium center, whatever it is. I think it did him well because I think the later songs on his albums are just way better. All the part 2s are better than the part 1s. I just think he did his thing, man. I got to give it to him. Certified Lover Boy. I don't even think it's Drake's best work. It's hard to compare Drake to Drake because, Drake's been, killing the rap game for so long. Right. So I hate comparing Drake's other work to Drake because it's difficult, But however, I don't think it's his best work. I'll put it like probably closer to the bottom of his work. It has some good songs. It has some like 3, 4, 5 songs I think are pretty good. But like from what I'm used to from Drake, I think he didn't do what I expected for him.
What did you expect?
I expected kind of what I got from Donda, at least like 6, 7 just good songs or great songs or hopefully an album. And then like my wish is like from any artist is an album full of good songs, and I didn't get that from him. So
let me ask you something real quick before you get off. Do you think like if you're not just comparing it to Drake's previous works, but just for like just a regular artist work, do you think it was a good album there?
Like this year, like if we're saying of 2021, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Like if you're comparing it to like
what else has dropped this year, you mean? Like just
for like stuff that's dropped this year, like but it's not fair because I don't want to be that guy, but I'm putting like Rod Wave over. I'd rather listen to Rod Wave's last album than what Drake just dropped, or I'd rather I mean it's just me. Like I there's plenty of other artists I'd rather listen to rather than what Certified Lover Boy. Also, I don't think like a lot of albums dropped this year, but
right, just in general. Yeah.
But just in general, if you say like the last 2 years, I'm picking like Lil Baby's album, I'm picking Rod Rich's album, I'm picking like I'm picking those over Certified Lover Boy.
Jimmy, I know you got some feelings on it, so I'll give you the floor, man.
Yeah, I mean, the light skins tried and they failed. You know what I mean? Certified Lover Boy was trash. And while I say these comments, I don't want anybody to think that I hate Drake or I have a problem with him. Drake is an artist. He's phenomenal, very talented, gifted, all that in a bunch. But it's what I thought it was. It's what I said, last podcast. Drake cannot string together a production like Kanye can, and I said that last time, and I'm gonna stand by it. I mean, Kanye gave you more than 10 hits, more than 10 songs. He gave you the vibe. He made you want to say, well, damn, when's the tour dropping? I mean, Certified Lover Boy gave you a couple club hits. I did like that 7 a.m. Bridal Path. The Knife Talk with 21 Savage. That was cool. The I'm Too Sexy joint, to me it was corny, but I mean a lot of people like it.
Thank you.
But to me it was kind of like that you used to call me on my cell phone song. Like, come on, bro, chill out. But
It's
no,
kind
I
of like
definitely
Hotline Bling.
yeah, like come on, bro. What are we doing? But anyway, yeah, nah, Kanye bodied him, but I feel like you can't compare both of the albums because Kanye was on a whole nother wavelength. You know, he's talking about his mom, he's talking about his wife, his kids. You know, um,
So
and I
the
feel like
lyrics?
Drake, yeah. Like if you think about the lyrics, like some of the lyrics were geared towards something different. Like it was like a tribute to his mom type thing, where Drake was just, you know, making his bangers, having his like, you know, a couple bars he put in here and there in the songs. But I feel like, you know, he was just talking about being a lover boy, a gangster. He snatches chicks, whatever. Like I feel like you can't really compare the two.
Right.
But I do agree with Keen when saying, you know, it definitely wasn't his best work. Will I listen to it again and try to listen to it and give it another try? No. Um, but yeah, Donda won all day, man. Kanye. Um, definitely think that the beef thing was stupid, but Kanye took this one.
All right, I just want to interject, Trey. I was going to kick it to you, but I just want to say, in comparison to the albums, first of all, these are both entirely too long. I'm just going to be honest. I was not listening. I wasn't listening to both of these multiple times. Just for full disclosure, if we're going to have a conversation about it, I'm going to be real about it. I'm not listening to these projects multiple times straight through. This is ridiculous to have that many, this amount of songs. I don't care how long we waited for an album to drop. This is a joke. But what I will say is, I'm not thoroughly impressed with either of these albums. I just want to say that I think Donda was all right. I think Drake was all right. But I'm going to be honest. I do agree with the Way Too Sexy. That's a good take. That is kind of, I thought it was kind of corny. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a reach for a hit. I know Drake and Future always give us a hit. That's just
The beat, hey, Nolan, you can say the beat was fire though. The beat is fire.
He was
Hey,
right.
one thing I will say is that
Right.
we saying all this right now, but if I'm Too Sexy playing the club, we all about to be start Diddy bopping.
No. So
Like,
here's the thing.
I mean, but I'm drunk at that point. I'm drunk at that point. So I mean, anything
Yeah,
going
but-
bad, my head
But that's
bobbing.
just a recency bias thing. If you play anything majority of the time over and over again, yes, obviously, but I just
If
can
they
tell
play
you
that
for the
Donda
first
chain in the
time-
club, we not bopping, bro.
It's not a
But
song,
that's
bro.
not- yeah, but
It's
that's
not
not-
a song. Are you serious?
You
It's
can
on the
compare
track
the
list.
Well,
club
that's
album.
not fair. That's a
Yeah, you
change.
can
Oh, that
compare
was
two
a
different
troll,
things.
but come on.
Hey, you know
bro.
what? Hey, troll. But if I'm in the club and I hear that Donda, I know greatness is coming. I hear I'm too sexy. I know I'm too sexy. Play. I'm just gonna go look for a chick, bro. Because at that point I done gave up. We playing I'm too sexy in the club. Really, I picture like a fat boy with a honey bun dancing, rubbing his stomach, talking about I'm too sexy. Come on, bro. I'm too sexy for the syrup. Come on, dog. Really?
Here's
Go
what I
sit
will.
down, bro.
Here's what I will say. I think overall, I wouldn't really take either of these. I'm only comparing it just for the sake of the pod. I'd still rather listen to the Drake project, and here's why. I just think, in general, I was disappointed that Drake didn't give us some bangers like he usually does, or more bangers. But I think Drake's album has different vibes, and I think Kanye's, a lot of the stuff to me started sounding really similar, and that's just me. Nice tracks, they're all cool, but a lot of it to me is not replay value. That's just me personally. It's not something I'm looking for. From the time I listened to Donda, besides just prepping for a little bit for this pod, I haven't listened to any songs off of Donda besides like maybe 2 of them. Everything else you can really have. I'm not expecting to hear it anywhere. No Child Left Behind. I'm trying to leave Donda behind. Like, that album is just all right to me. So the point being, at least with Drake, I got features that I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I mean, I know. Look, let's be honest here. I didn't need to hear Playboy Cardi that many times in any project ever. That was ridiculous. I don't need to hear the Jay-Z verse. I don't have a need to hear Jay-Z in a very long time. I'm cool with the Roddy Ricch. I thought that was great. I'm cool with the Locks. I'm cool with some of those on there. But I'll take the 21 Savage. I'll even take the Future, right? I'll take the Kid Cudi. I think that was a slept on track. I'll take some of those over that. So me personally, what I've listened to more in the time, now we'll see how this ages, of course, Trey. We always talk about this, but I'll take listening to Certified Lover Boy right now over Donda. I don't know about you, Trey.
No, I think I'm gonna listen to Donda over Certified Lover Boy. But what I'm gonna say is, what we were talking about earlier when you talking about if you listen to it in the club. I mean, there are 2 different albums. I think Kanye's album was meant to be kind of introspective, something you play when you're in a quiet room or maybe when you're in a long car drive. and Drake's album was just.
I played it in a long car drive, Trey. I almost fell asleep on the road. But go ahead. That's
But
no.
I'm just saying, like Drake's album was just for money. Like it was a money grab. You don't gain anything from. Okay, look. You know what? I'm about to say this. If you want to go back to that Post Malone comment, what did Drake album contribute to society anyway? Like, what does it give you?
What did Kanye's give you to
I'm
society?
too sexy.
I mean, I just don't think. Look, all right. Let's be honest. I mean, obviously these guys are great artists, so I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say neither of these projects are on the top of any of these guys' list.
No,
right? No. I think that's just can go without saying. But I mean, I can make the argument that these are two of their worst projects.
Wow.
But okay, but even if it's hold on.
Go ahead.
If it's Drake's worst, if it's Kanye's worst project, it still might be Drake's worst. Best project. Like his worst might be Drake's best.
Kanye's
wait, what?
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta run that back. Repeat what you said one more time, so just so I get you clearly.
If this is Kanye's one of his worst projects, it still may be better than Drake's best project.
Oh yeah, you tripping?
Nah, that's not the one, Trey. That's not.
I don't even think. I don't think
not
Jimbo
the one.
gonna agree that one.
That's not the one.
You know that comment, right? It just went through my ear, and I tried to process it, right, and it went out, and it went back through my ear because I heard you say it twice, and I don't know, but I just can't. I can't give Kanye that. I'm sorry.
That's coming from Jimbo.
And I love Kanye.
Yeah.
But I can't give him that. But what I can say is y'all smoking some PCP if you think that Drake album was anything near close to Donda. Like we can go down the list of both albums right now. This man wait. Kanye dropped 27 songs. Okay, it's too long.
They're both too long.
Nolan, listen, they're both too long. I can take 10 of Kanye's songs on this Donda album and make another album.
First of all, there's not 27
wrong.
songs. All those part twos don't count. That's the same song.
But think about this.
To hear that.
Think about this,
song.
I could take 10 songs off of Donda and make a whole nother EP. Whatever these little jits make these days, I could release one of those. I can give you 2 of those. I go on Drake's album. You can't do that.
I can take 5 songs and make an EP.
Oh my God!
Come on, I can take 5 songs and make it.
Give me 5 off CLB right now.
To put in the EP.
Put on the EP right now.
Off the top of my head.
I'm too sexy.
Well, I have to. That's.
Oh my God!
Listen. No. Listen. We're saying We're saying an EP of what people will listen to. Correct.
Of at least 8 songs. Give me 8 songs. At least 8.
First of all, I said 5, but if you want to do 8, fine. I'll do 8.
Okay.
But here's the point. I'm picking songs that people will listen to, right? And part of what people is going to listen to is the name recognition and the name value.
But how long are you going to listen to it for? Because like I'm Too Sexy. Does that age? Are we still going to listen to that 6 months from now?
I mean, who cares? Nobody listens to anything 6 months from now that just dropped. I mean, that's just the reality of the business.
But maybe that's because nothing good had dropped. Like
do you really? Does anybody here think Donda's going to be played 6 months from now by anyone?
Of course, by me.
Okay, by you. You're a Kanye fan. If Kanye was not your favorite artist, that's not being played. It's a month later, and I'm not listening to it.
Dude, Hurricane is fire, dude. Hurricane is fire.
I'm not saying the song isn't fire. I'm just saying fire is great, but it's not 6 months from now.
Remote control in 6 months. Yes.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll have to follow. But to go to your point with Certified Lover Boy, you don't think none of these songs people are going to listen to in 6 months? You don't think Way Too Sexy is going to be played in 6 months? You don't think?
I hope
you don't
not.
think Girls Want Girls is going to be played in 6 months?
I'm going to tell you, these 3 songs are the only songs I have saved from Certified Lover Boy. Girls Want Girls, Love All with Jay-Z, and 7 a.m. on Bridal Path. Those are the only songs that I will play again off that album.
You tripping. Poppy is Home is one of the ones. But yeah. Well, I mean, look.
I'm still waiting on your 8.
Oh, no. Poppy's
still waiting on your 8.
You waiting on my 8? I'll give you 8. So I just because for you especially, you could take those 3, right? So we'll put those 3 in the 8. Okay? I'll take you didn't name Knife Talk. Okay? That's got 21 and all that in it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Poppy's Home probably has got the best bars in just the whole album. Like if
7 a.m. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path.
Okay, maybe 7 a.m. But questionable. I'll take I Miss You Too. No. With Kid Cudi. You nobody like that track?
No.
I'll take You Only Live Twice. How many more do I need? What is that? 6, 7? What am I missing here?
And then one more.
I'll take TSU. I'll take TSU. I like TSU. I even left Pipe Down.
You know something? Hold up. Like when we discussing this, I'm really starting to agree with Post Malone. The more I hear this.
How so?
Like, no, I'm being so serious. Like, none of these tracks are like just they're not gonna stand the test of time. Like, they're not. I'm not saying that every album has to contribute to society or be some great work. Sometimes you just want to have fun. But these tracks are just stupid. Like, they're kind of ignorant.
Well, Trey. Well, first of all, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of shots. I know you're the self-proclaimed Drake hater. Drake doesn't have a great album to you, but the point being is none of this is going to be played in 6 months, Donda included. That's my point. Like that is my point.
Yeah, I'm with Jimmy. That's cap.
That Donda is not going to be played in 6 months. It's not even being played right now, and we're
by who? By who? By who? Nolan? By who? Well, if you want to be real, Kanye's never been played on the radio, bro. If you really want to think about it, don't think of stronger. Wait. This is what I'm about to tell you. Check me out. You talking about the old Kanye, right? Get away from old Kanye. Kanye's not played on the radio, bro.
Really? Because I heard All Mine played on the radio a lot.
All Mine? I'm sorry, bro. I did not. Maybe I was on the wrong station. Maybe I was too much Hot 105 at that point in time.
Come on, man.
Maybe I was too much 103.5 the beat, but I didn't hear that on the radio. Bro. I'm sorry. I didn't.
I'm telling you that. I mean that was played. That was played. Like, I'm just saying the way the culture is at the moment, it's just not going to be played that often, that much longer down the road. It's not even an indictment on any of them as artists.
So hold up. We're gonna, if we're talking about like the top 500 songs, because you know that list just came out about top 500. Right. Do you think that Drake's any of his songs off this last album?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No.
You thinking about Donda?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Hey, let me.
No, I mean, obviously we can look through the list. And just to reference what Trey's talking about, obviously, Rolling Stone come out with the top 500 songs of all time, redid the list just recently from 2004. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, I mean, if you're talking about top 500 songs ever in any genre, obviously we'd have to go through an entire list of songs, and I mean, that would just take too long, but I cannot imagine just off the top of my head, having just seen the list one time, it's not even getting close. I mean, you know, it's obviously not top 10 or anything like that. I don't even know if Kanye, what songs he has on there on the list or what should make it, but
I know Drake has Hold On, We're Going Home, Hotline Bling, and Take Care.
And what numbers are they?
Okay. Hold On, We're Going Home is 129. Hotline Bling is 373. And Take Care is 267.
And that's the only songs he has on the list.
No cap. I seen you Stronger at 500. It kind of got me hot. I didn't look at the rest of the list, but I kind of felt like that was disrespectful. Looking at more songs on that list, I feel like it's very disrespectful because I could name 20 MJ songs that better than half of the songs on there. Yeah. So again, I would go look at who are the people that are placing these who making these decisions to make this list.
Well, let me ask you this: Would you consider, and Hakeem, I'll get to take on this too. Would you consider somebody, you guys, as listening to a wide range of music, right? Because we obviously all have specific influences. A lot of this is like-minded. We're all on the same pod, probably listen to a lot of the same things growing up, right? You guys weren't listening to Bon Jovi, right? Like you guys weren't listening to Daft Punk, right? You guys weren't listening to...
I listened to Daft Punk.
I get busy.
Okay, name me 5 songs.
I can't name off
one more time.
Yeah.
Okay. Daft Punk. What else we got? Hold on.
I got the Get Lucky song, right?
My point exactly. If
we up all night to get
no, but I like Daft Punk. That's something I'll just put on like Apple Music and I'll just let it go like through shuffle.
If you don't know their songs or can name me 5 songs, how well do you really know them? Let's just be honest. I mean, that's okay. Pearl Jam's on the list. You guys listen to Pearl Jam? No.
Nah.
Never.
So you guys listen to Foo Fighters?
No, I don't know who that is.
Negative.
My point exactly.
That was on like a skateboard game, like one of them Tony Hawk games back in the day.
If we're making the list, a lot of these aren't going to be on there, right? So I mean, I don't know the panel. I'm hoping they made a more diverse group. Obviously, in 2004, when you look at the list, a lot of it wasn't diverse. That was kind of the whole issue with it. Specifically with leaving out a lot of black artists that people thought should be on there. So when you look at the list now, it is more diverse. Even just going through it now, listen, I know we can pick a lot of songs, but R.E.S.P.E.C.T. Aretha Franklin is the number one song of all time. Does anybody even disagree, right? Everyone knows that song. Everyone knows kind of what that's about, right? We know, Fight the Power, right? We know Public Enemy, right? No disagreements there. We know A Change Is Gonna Come. We know Sam Cooke. Like a Rolling Stone. I know you guys know that song. You probably don't know that that's Bob Dylan, but I'm sure you guys have heard of it.
But you know one thing, hold up, before you go on, I want to say something about Fight the Power. And I think I'm just really interested. If we do this list 15 years from now, I think that might not be quite as high because I just think dealing with the time that we're in particularly, you know, I think that got a bit pushed. And I agree. I like that song, but I just want to say that too.
That Fight the Power was a whole movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
History was literally in the making. Things that was going on, racially, I feel like that was a movement, and that song woke up, people of different skin colors and say, hey, you know what I mean? Like they took a look at the world in a different perspective. So I do agree with that. In 15 years, you're not gonna be, really thinking about that.
Yeah.
Hakeem, any takes on it?
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to top 500, it just all depends on the type of. This is probably the U.S. top 500, and it depends on what you grew up listening to. Right. So a lot of stuff I didn't grow up listening to. Like I grew up listening to more Caribbean music. Like you're talking about Beanie Man, Beanie Signal, Busy Signal, like Bob Marley, and a whole bunch of different type of music. So my 500 would 100% be different than the average American's 500, which I'm assuming like the average American would probably agree with this list a lot more than I would. So I think it's just subjective to who's on the panel.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to ask Hakeem something real quick because you said you grew up listening to a different kind of music. Are there still some songs that you could have just agreed to, even if it's not like a song that you would listen to yourself? That that song is just so great that.
Yeah, I probably have never typed in R.E.S.P.C.T. on my phone and searched it and played it, but I can say it being number one. I'm not going to argue with it.
Okay, so there's a certain level. I just want to get at.
100%.
We all agree that it's just so great.
But for me, One Love not top 10, that's wild. So I don't want to talk about this because this is just.
That's true. That's very.
That is very true.
Look, listen. There are some hitters on there. We were talking about this before we even got on the pod. Get Your Freak On, Missy Elliott is number 8. That feels kind of high.
Yeah, I feel like they gave her.
I like that song.
They gave her too much.
Yeah,
like I said before, I could name 10 Mike Jackson songs that's not even in the top 50, bro. That's crazy.
But see, now I think with Michael Jackson, I think the only things it's two things. One, I think obviously in this new era, with some things coming to light, I don't think he's going to get a big push that he would have got previously. And two, with Michael Jackson, man, he could take over the whole list. So I think they just going to limit it. To be honest with you.
Look, I know what you're saying personally, but I think that's kind of a travesty for him not to be in the top 25. That doesn't feel. I'm looking at the top 20. If we got Crazy and Love Beyonce in the top 25, I don't even think I wouldn't even think of that as one of Beyonce's better songs. But
can you guys tell me one person that for sure should be on this list and he will not ever get on this list? Off the top of your head, and I know it's very sensitive to say his name, but
stop.
We could all agree that he should be on this list.
Right.
He should be on this list. And you know what?
I'm about to get off.
I'm not touching that one.
I understand. Everybody wanna have this. I don't want to touch a touchy subject. I get it, but he should be on this list. I'm sorry, and y'all know who I'm talking about. That's why y'all responded how y'all did. He should be on this list.
I will just agree with the trade thing. Agendas are being pushed. Put it that way. Agendas are being pushed when you're making this list.
But is it wrong? Because I'm not putting him on the list. I'm sorry.
I don't. Here's what I'll say. I would leave him off the list as well. This is right, or anybody else. I would leave.
I say this much. He was on the 2004 list, though. He was on the 2004 list.
Yeah, so I would leave him off the list because it's not really worth the controversy to have it going on, right? It's not worth it. So I will say a lot of the songs feels like an agenda push. Also, it does feel like songs based on, sometimes songs that are more based on universal popularity.
What the man says is right. It's going on this list, man.
Pretty much.
A couple people had to
I've been
sign off
looking
on
at this list. Bob Marley not in the top 300, bro. This list is jaded. I'm off.
Hey.
Well, listen, look, on the topic, I know we were just talking about Michael Jackson earlier, something that Trey and I have talked about ad nauseum, but when we had you guys on here, we want to bring it up. Now, I want to state for the record before I phrase this question, we are all from the same generation, right? So let's get that out the way. But there's been a lot of comparisons with the success Drake has had in comparison to a Prince or even and more specifically a Michael Jackson. So I wanted to phrase this question to you guys. Do you think those comparisons make sense or are we just way off because we're just a part of this generation? The social media aiding it. I'm sure there's a lot of things that why we think the way we do. But I do have some certain feelings about the Drake versus Michael Jackson comparison that this generation gives. So, but I want to kick it, Hakeem, give you.
And hold on, let me add one little thing to that too.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that came up is because on Twitter, some large music websites, they did some algorithms, and they said that as far as playback and downloads and whatnot, they believe that Drake has as much, I guess, attention in the music industry as Michael Jackson did in his prime. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Hakeem, how are you feeling about this guy? No, we've talked about it a little bit, but
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was really looking at this list one more time to see that One Love wasn't on this list.
All right, Jimmy, I'll kick it to you, man. What are you feeling, Drake and Michael Jackson comparison?
I feel like when you start talking about a topic like this, you got to take a look at sports as well, or anything where there's some type of comparison. And realize that everybody gonna have, their person. You know what I mean? Like some people got Kobe, some people got MJ, some people got, Michael Jackson, some people got Drake. I mean,
are there still people that have Kobe as the greatest left? Are people saying that?
Of course.
Y'all get real flavor today.
That's ridiculous. But yeah, no disrespect, but that's ridiculous. But yeah,
and exactly, it comes down like I always say, man. Everybody got their opinion. I'm not gonna tell you that Drake is not that guy. Because your argument is valid. You can make an argument, right? I mean, I don't really care for an algorithm, right? But outside of that, you go walk through the streets, some people may say, I don't know who MJ is. You know what I mean?
But at what point can you hold on? What point can you make the argument?
I don't know. Huh?
At what point can you make the argument? Because if I come out here and I say that, let's just say Jack Harlow, he's popular right now. I said, I just brought it up because it's in my head because we talked about it earlier.
I cannot compare. Okay, but wait, before you go, I cannot compare Drake to no doggone Michael Jackson. You're out of your mind.
Okay, no. That's why I want to know. At what point can you do that?
Never.
Well, a lot of people do because you haven't seen Michael Jackson, right? Or he may have passed by the time people even growing up listening to music. It's just a tougher time. I mean, if you want to say Drake is the Michael Jackson of this era, I mean, I could possibly give you that.
But you have to also think about the things that Michael Jackson had to deal with just being a man in his time period that Drake didn't have to deal with.
Right.
Michael ain't have YouTube, my boy. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was no platform. Like, he had to get out there and grind and do it himself or, with his father, his brother, his sisters. Like, Drake didn't have that. Drake could have uploaded something, dropped a mixtape. Michael Jackson could have dropped no mixtape, so think about that too. Like,
but doesn't that hurt Michael too?
Because
at the same time, like you have a lot of more competitors now. You and me could come out and make a rap album,
and
then we could blow up.
Drake.
But
yeah.
Okay, hurt Drake. Yeah, in a way, but also think of this: like, Michael Jackson ascended to different levels. Like, you're thinking of him as just an artist, right? You got to think of him as a dancer, as a performer. You know what I mean? Like, he brought you a full body of work that, Drake gave you a little
Drake
shimmy.
Can be considered a performer. Just because he's not dancing.
He gave you a little shimmy, but is it Michael Jackson, though?
That man had like a Ferrari flying through the stadium.
Okay, that's cool.
That's,
that's cool. And Kanye West built a mountain for Yeezus. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, Kanye West a GOAT, too, so...
I personally don't think they could be compared, and I'm gonna leave it at that. You can go all night about it, but I can't compare them.
So I'm back because I seen Redemption Song at number 42 on the list, so I can get back because I was about to not talk no more because I thought it was disrespectful. So but to your topic, I think that we just have to give people flowers. as when they're here, because there's a lot of times where you kind of like disregard people's music until they die. Like Drake has accomplished like monumentous things. Not to take like monumentous thing, not to take anything from Michael Jackson. So to say that he's today's Michael Jackson, I don't think is far fetched, because what he's done to like just hip hop, the music he's produced, other than Certified Lover Boy, has been like phenomenal. So if you just take Certified Lover Boy, throw that away.
Oh, you can. That's it's part of the catalog forever.
Man, that honestly felt.
And
like
so is More Life or anything else that you may be like, yeah.
That was a mixtape, man. I'm putting Certified Lover Boy in the
you call whatever
category.
You can go through, Michael's greatest hits, not greatest hits, all his albums. They've all got bangers that we all know. So, and they're not Way Too Sexy caliber, right? So, like, I'm just being honest. I'm just gonna be honest. And here's the thing. I will just to comment on it on my end. I think your point is valid, giving people their flowers. We won't really know like how Drake's really gonna be received. We got to see if this music is timeless, right? So that's gonna be the point that we'll see, right? Like obviously, didn't we just come up on the anniversary of Nothing Was the Same, right? Like we just came up on that anniversary, so we can look back on that now and be like, man, that was like, universally recognized by everyone on the pod except for Trey that was a great album. And then that, like, so most of the time, like that's universally recognized, and time has spaced that, right?
Yeah.
So we won't really know some of these until
I can too.
I'll go play that right now.
But like some of the music, it's like some of Drake's music's been like 5-10 years. Like you said, like Nothing Was the Same 10 years ago. Like some of like the music is like 5 years, you still listening to it. Like I can off a small sample size, at least for our generation, is going to be timeless.
Here's
my mom listening to Views? Probably no.
Yeah.
Am I going to be listening to Views 5 years from now? Yeah.
And Trey, I think we've talked about this. Here's the point with the difference between Drake and Michael Jackson. Just one of the differences. Everyone knows Michael Jackson, right? Like, all generations. Like your grandmother, your mother, a little kid, they all recognize the songs, can listen to it, can sing along and bump to it.
This is a great point.
I don't know about you guys, but my mother is not listening to Drake, right? Like nothing against Drake. I 100%.
She probably knows Drake's. You tell me she don't know one Drake song?
No, by name.
No.
But like, if she heard it, she wouldn't.
Yes, sure. She's heard it before. Sure, she's heard it before. But I'm talking about. Does she know a song by name and know any of the lyrics? No.
Would Drake ever get invited to play at the Super Bowl? Maybe not. Michael Jackson.
Of course. No.
What?
I can't agree with that.
Drake. You just saw. Look. He can get invited to the Super Bowl.
They just had Shakira in the Super Bowl. That's an awful take.
Well,
awful to us, but Shakira, in the Latin music world,
she's not Drake.
Hey, Shakira in my world. What you talking about? Yes, sir.
Well, listen, Drake can actually, he can do a Super Bowl performance. I'm not really concerned with that. I'm just thinking in terms of spanning generations. Michael did that in a way. Also, remember, Michael did start when he was younger. You're talking about Jackson 5 starting when you're a kid. So, you just know him. He's been in the limelight for just a long span of time. Drake hasn't been that yet. We only known him as just his young adult life going forward. I just don't think that most people in a generation or two above us, they're not listening to Drake. Maybe they've heard a Drake song because they've been somewhere on the radio, but can they say any of the lyrics? Can they even sing the chorus?
No.
I highly doubt it.
But
highly doubt it.
I want to say something.
Your mama gonna be singing. Used to call me on my cell phone.
I'll put a poll out because there's no way. There's no way that I don't think a lot of this stuff is timeless that we're talking about, but I don't think people in other generations are listening to Drake. That's
hold up. But before we get off, I want to give somebody their flowers. The Lupe fiasco. Food and Liquor is 15 years old now, and I think he deserves his flowers because the reason I say that is because I don't think there would be any kind of nerdy rappers. You wouldn't have a Little Uzi Vert or some of those other guys that kind of in that other spirit without Lupe dropping that album. So I just want to give him his flowers.
Yeah, because we're giving people their flowers, let's give our flowers to B.O.B. Because
what?
Oh, he crazy.
You talking about the guy that made Strange Clouds? What?
The guy that headbands.
Whoa!
B.O.B. probably is giving me.
Hold on.
Hey, Keem. All right, and while we're giving people their flowers, I like to give Chief Keef his flowers because I think he actually made an impact.
Thank you.
He actually made an
impact. Give Chief Keef their flowers too.
Okay.
Give Lupe their flowers. Let's get B.O.B.
I'm never following up Lupe with B.O.B.
Keep their flowers.
I'm sorry.
Who else we gonna give their flowers to, man? Let's give our flowers.
You gave B.O.B. his flowers, but you got to do that on your own time because doing that right here after he just did that, that eloquently spoken performance
we
from
giving
Lupe,
out flowers,
and then
bro.
you just threw in B.O.B. like they could even be compared.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
they can be compared. B.O.B. got more bangers than Lupe.
That's hilarious, man.
Oh Lord, I'm not.
Ooh,
I
ain't
can't
even
touch
touch that.
I can't
I ain't
take
watching
it.
that one back. B.O.B.
but I
got
will
more
say-
bangers than Lupe. That's easy.
No, you sleep. You sleep.
Well,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Who's got more of an impact, right? Like,
More of an impact, Lupe. More bangers, B.O.B.
okay,
Lupe has more bangers. What are you talking about?
Bro,
I only know-
when
I
I
only
know
Lupe has
they
more
play
bangers,
some
but-
Lupe.
I only really know.
No,
Kick
you don't have
Push.
club
said
bangers.
B.O.B.
Hold on. The show
Stop
gone. The show goes on. Kick push. Those not
The
bangers.
show
Okay, there was
goes
2
on
songs,
all
bro.
night and
What-
the
what
morning
B.O.B. got
B.O.B.
bangers.
bangers?
Headbands, man.
Hold it, and it's not even B.O.B.'s bangers. Bruno
Up,
Mars
down,
bangers. So
no
let's
matter. He
get
got the
off.
hardest verse.
Listen,
Airplanes.
no one's listening to Airplanes. You reached with that. No one's come on.
I
No
did.
one's listening to Airplanes. You did.
I did. We got
Of course.
headbands.
Past tense, you did. So, but that's the point. I mean, look, I definitely want to put out a poll for people to see who likes Certified Lover Boy better, who likes Donda. We got to follow up on
Okay,
this.
hey, no, if you're gonna put out a poll who likes if they like B.O.B. better or Lupe Fiasco.
Bro, people don't even know who
I'm
B.O.B.
not-
is.
No one, no, yeah, people.
Nah, just put it out, bro. No, who knows more songs or verses?
Bro, what B.O.B.
B.O.B.
even stand for?
Probably Bob. I was just gonna guess. Probably Bob.
Wow.
His name's like Bobby Ray or something like that. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Oh no, you don't know. That's your guy. Now you don't know what his
Oh,
name is.
I
my
know
God.
his I don't know Lupe Fiasco's real name.
Well,
I know it ain't Lupe
Can I
Fiasco.
just talk real quick before we even wrap up this pod? You thought you was going to escape. I seen Wale about to sneak and drop another album. Look, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to take advantage of the little run that J. Cole and then Drake and Kanye's dropping. Wale's trying to sneak in. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. You the Wale fan. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to set us up. What should we be looking for Forlorn 2, and how is it gonna compare to everything that dropped this year?
I want to say 3
if it's not better than
things.
Certified Lover Boy, we got problems.
I want to say 3 things. Trey, you don't know Lupe Fiasco's real name because it's Wazalu Muhammad Jaco. And that's the first time I ever found out that his name was Wazalu Muhammad Jaco. So let's put that down.
Okay,
So
all
don't
right.
do me like that because I don't know B.O.B.'s real name. 2, Forlorn. I'm gonna say 2 things about Forlorn 2. If Forlorn 2 is anything like Forlorn, it's gonna suck. But I think even if it sucks, it's still better than Certified Lover Boy because that was garbage.
So you betting on that it's gonna be better than Certified
Oh
Lover?
my god.
100%, but that's coming from me because if I told you if me and you were talking, we're like, what would you rather listen to? Wow, That's Crazy or Certified Lover Boy? We would easily say like, wow, that's crazy. But if you ask someone random, they're gonna say Certified Lover Boy because everybody just like ride the wave. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it just depends on who you talking to. And that's that.
So it depends on what he's got featured with, because obviously Wale, he's not gonna make a banger on his own. So like we got to see who the features are and things like that. But I mean, I think that's universally known.
If
But-
his album is emotional, I'm listening to it. I need that emotional.
well, if he
Wale.
can call Jeremiah and get carried by Jeremiah on a few tracks again, I mean, I think that'd be easy. But, you know, like,
One thing I
Wale's
will
not
say,
making-
and Nolan, we said it before,
yeah.
that boy Wale gets carried on any track for the R&B artist.
Oh, man.
But I'm listening to it. I'm not hating. I'm listening to it.
Because like Sabotage, Lloyd
Yeah.
bodied him the entire song, but it is a banger.
Hold on. What about Angels with Chris Brown? Did he carry him?
I
don't
mean,
even
any
remember
song
Angels.
with the R&B singer, Wale gonna get bodied. Because one thing that women love more than poetry is a dude that can sing.
These are facts. These are
These are
facts.
facts. Well, listen, man. I mean, obviously, we ran this kind of long, but I thank you guys for joining us. We had some technical difficulties. We had some things going on. We'll definitely put out a poll. I do want to see the reaction. We wanted to purposefully wait to see the reaction between the 2 albums. Obviously, we'll have you guys back on for some good stuff. Maybe we'll wait till Wale drops the album. Maybe we won't, because maybe Hakeem may be the only one listening to it, so it may not even matter. So we'll see how that follows up. But like I said, man, thank you guys all for joining us. Trey, I'll let you leave us out on a good note, man.
Yeah, I want to thank our special guest for coming on. Again, we're going to try to be more regular with the podcast. But other than that, if you like it, subscribe. Please leave us some comments. Tell us anything we could do.
Peace.